Okay.
The biggest share of questions.
I'll just like to address two issues that I think that have been covered by various of the people who asked questions. First of all, the issue of available housing and building new houses. I'm not sure that our priority should be on building new houses. I think it's probably much more sustainable to use houses that already exist and renovating houses where they are. We have large sectors, as we heard from our Spanish colleague here, that we have large areas of Europe which have been completely neglected, completely abandoned, where houses have been left to decay, but they exist. And these territories are suffering. We have wildfires, we have all sorts of plagues affecting crops because the land is untended. And we need to change this. So we need to incentivize people to return to certain areas. By doing this and by encompassing these houses which have been abandoned into the real estate market, we will automatically be relieving pressure from the overheated real estate market in the cities. We will, of course, make cities more livable, but we will also make the rural areas more livable. And this transfer will allow people to have a much greater quality of life, which we have all referred to here. And I think this is something that we haven't been addressing as policymakers. We really have not. It's not about going into the cities and putting more money into building new houses in the cities. That is only going to fuel the market further, overheating it further on. No, we need to do something different if we want different results. So I think that really there's this prospect of incentivizing people, obviously at their own will, but giving them the desire to move out of the cities into other areas where they can live better and where they can improve the quality of the environment, where they can also help us relieve the pressure in the cities. And this, of course, coming to the issue of immigration, will also relieve the pressure in the cities, the pressure of immigration, because we have a very serious problem with immigrants having to find, because they come to occupy vacant positions in the cities, because as it was said here already, doctors, nurses, all sorts of professions are no longer being able to find housing in the cities because they can't afford it. Services are suffering very, very severely. And this is happening in various countries in Europe. And, of course, the immigrants are all coming in to occupy these vacant jobs, but they can't find housing, and they are being abused, really, by speculators. They're being placed in utter squalor in shops and in small apartments where there are 50, 60 people living. And this is actually fueling the resentment and the grudges of the local population in these cities and fueling the growth of extremist movements and xenophobic movements against immigration. So this is all connected. I think that relieving the pressure in the cities and taking people back into the country in an organized fashion is, I think, one of the solutions that we have to envisage. So that's what